Ladies and gentlemen, in the grand symphony of life, one of the deepest, most soul-stirring desires of the human heart is the longing for a soulmate, a divine counterpart who does not merely accompany us but uplifts us, ignites our spirit, and resonates with the very essence of our being. This yearning is not merely about companionship. It is about discovering a love that reflects the beauty of God's own design, a love that nurtures our soul, sharpens our intellect, and strengthens our emotional core. However, before we can step into this sacred union, we must first embark on a journey of transformation, one shaped by divine wisdom, unwavering faith, and spiritual refinement. Love in its truest form is not stumbled upon by chance, but orchestrated by God's infinite intelligence. He does not simply place two people together, he prepares them, molding their character, refining their patience, and aligning their purpose, so that when the appointed time arrives, their souls are not only ready to receive love, but to sustain it. God's process of preparation is not always easy. It is often woven with seasons of solitude, moments of deep introspection, and trials that test the very foundation of our faith. Yet, within these challenges lies a greater purpose. Every unanswered prayer, every delay, and every heartbreak is not a sign of rejection, but a sign of divine redirection. An assurance that God is working behind the scenes, crafting something far greater than what we could ever envision for ourselves. Faith then becomes the bridge between longing and fulfillment. It is through unwavering trust in God's plan that we begin to see preparation not as an obstacle, but as a blessing. In solitude, we learn self-worth. In trials, we gain resilience. In waiting, we cultivate wisdom. And when the time is right, when our hearts are fully aligned with His will, love will not merely arrive, it will unfold in its most divine and destined form. Before God unites two people in a soulmate relationship, He first works on them individually. This period of preparation is essential because a strong, lasting relationship is not built on emotions alone, but on character, wisdom, and spiritual maturity. Many people mistakenly believe that finding a soulmate will complete them, but the truth is, a healthy relationship is formed between two whole individuals, not two incomplete halves. The process of personal growth before partnership begins with self-awareness. God often places us in seasons of solitude to help us understand who we are, our strengths, weaknesses, fears, and desires. These moments of self-reflection are crucial because they allow us to identify and address unresolved issues that could negatively impact a future relationship. Without self-awareness, we risk carrying emotional baggage into a relationship, leading to misunderstandings and unnecessary pain. Another significant aspect of preparation is emotional maturity. Love is not just about happiness and romance. It also requires patience, understanding, and resilience. Through life's challenges, God teaches us how to manage our emotions, communicate effectively, and resolve conflicts in a healthy way. If a person enters a relationship without emotional stability, even the most loving partnership can become toxic due to insecurity, jealousy, or poor communication. Furthermore, God nurtures spiritual growth before bringing two people together. A soulmate relationship is not just about companionship. It is about fulfilling a divine purpose. When individuals build a strong connection with God first, they develop faith, wisdom, and discernment, which are essential in choosing and sustaining a godly relationship. Without spiritual alignment, two people may struggle to support and uplift each other in their faith journeys. Personal growth also involves developing life skills and independence. A soulmate is a partner, not a savior. Before entering a relationship, one must learn responsibility, discipline, and the ability to stand firm in their values. God does not want people to depend solely on their partners for happiness, validation, or success. Instead, He desires that each individual learns to navigate life confidently on their own before merging their path with someone else's. One of the most critical lessons God teaches during this period is learning to love oneself. Many people enter relationships seeking validation from their partners, expecting them to heal their insecurities or make them feel worthy. However, a healthy relationship is built on mutual love and respect, not dependence. When a person learns to love themselves as God loves them, they no longer seek relationships out of desperation, but out of a genuine desire to share their love with another. This preparation phase may feel frustrating or lonely at times, but it is not a punishment, it is a blessing. God is not delaying love. He is ensuring that when love arrives, it is the right kind, strong, stable, and enduring. When two individuals commit to their personal growth before entering a relationship, they lay the foundation for a love that is not just beautiful, but also built to last. Life is full of challenges, and at times we may wonder why we must endure so much pain, disappointment, and struggle before finding the right person. It is easy to believe that hardships are punishments or signs that we are not meant for love. However, in reality, trials are a form of preparation. God does not use difficulties to break us, but to shape us into the kind of person who can love and be loved in the way He intends. One of the most important lessons learnt through trials is resilience. A meaningful relationship will face difficulties. Differences in opinion, external pressures, and moments of personal struggle. If a person has never been tested by challenges, they may lack the strength to handle conflicts within a relationship. God allows people to experience trials beforehand so that when difficulties arise in their relationships, they do not easily give up, but instead work through them with patience and wisdom. Trials also develop patience. In a world where everything is expected instantly, waiting for the right person can feel frustrating. Many people settle for relationships that are not meant for them simply because they do not want to wait. However, when God allows delays in love, He is teaching patience and trust in His timing. He wants people to understand that true love is not about rushing into something convenient, but about waiting for what is truly meant to last. Difficult experiences also cultivate empathy and understanding. People who have never faced heartbreak, disappointment, or struggle may lack the ability to relate to the pain of others. Relationships require a deep level of compassion as each person brings their own experiences and wounds. When someone has walked through trials, they learn to be more patient with their partner's struggles, offering support rather than judgment. A strong relationship is not just about sharing joy, but also about carrying each other's burdens. Another important aspect of trials is that they teach self-reliance on God rather than dependence on people. It is common to seek validation, comfort, or purpose in relationships, but no human being can fully satisfy another. When God allows difficulties, it is often to remind individuals that He should be their foundation, not another person. A relationship where both individuals rely on God first is far stronger than one where they expect their partner to fulfill needs that only God can meet. Hardships also reveal what is truly important in a relationship. Many people enter relationships based on surface-level attraction or temporary emotions. However, when someone has faced trials, they begin to value deeper qualities, kindness, faithfulness, emotional maturity over fleeting feelings. They become more discerning in choosing a partner, recognizing that a lasting relationship requires more than just chemistry. Though trials may feel painful in the moment, they are essential in shaping a person into someone ready for real, lasting love. They remove immaturity, teach perseverance, and build the kind of strength needed to sustain a meaningful relationship. Rather than seeing hardships as barriers to love, one should recognize them as the very tools God uses to prepare the heart for the soulmate He has chosen. Before God unites two people as soulmates, He ensures that both individuals are aligned with his purpose for their lives. A strong relationship is not just about companionship, it is about fulfilling a greater mission together. Many people seek love without first understanding their own calling, and as a result, they enter relationships that distract them rather than support their purpose. God, in his wisdom, does not want love to derail a person's destiny, but to enhance it. One of the most important aspects of alignment is knowing one's purpose before partnership. Before bringing two people together, God leads them through a journey of self-discovery. He places dreams, passions, and talents within each individual, and he wants them to embrace these gifts fully. If someone does not know their purpose, they may choose a partner based on emotions alone, rather than on a shared vision. But when both individuals are clear about their God-given mission, their relationship becomes a powerful force for good. God also uses the process of alignment to remove distractions. Sometimes people find themselves in relationships that feel right emotionally but are not aligned spiritually or mentally. These relationships may seem fulfilling at first, but over time, they pull individuals away from their calling. This is why God often allows certain relationships to end, not as a form of punishment, but as protection. He wants each person to be free to walk in their purpose, without unnecessary obstacles. Another way God ensures alignment is by developing complementary strengths in both individuals. A soulmate is not just a romantic partner, but a teammate in fulfilling a divine mission. Before bringing two people together, God shapes their skills, wisdom, and experiences so that they can strengthen each other. Where one is weak, the other is strong. Where one lacks vision, the other brings clarity. This balance allows them to build something greater together than they could alone. Alignment with purpose also requires spiritual maturity. A person who is still uncertain about their faith or easily swayed by the opinions of others may struggle to maintain a relationship that honors God. This is why he prepares individuals spiritually before bringing them together. He deepens their faith, teaches them the importance of prayer, and helps them trust in his timing. When two spiritually mature individuals come together, their love is not just emotional, it is deeply rooted in their shared commitment to God's plan. Finally, alignment with purpose ensures that a relationship is built for longevity. Feelings may change, challenges will arise, but when a relationship is founded on a shared purpose, it has a strong foundation. When two people are aligned with God's plan, they do not see each other as mere sources of happiness, but as partners in a greater mission. Their love is not just about what they can gain from each other, but about what they can give to the world together. God does not randomly bring two people together. He carefully prepares and aligns them so that when they meet, their relationship is not just a source of joy, but a divine partnership that fulfills his greater purpose. One of the most challenging aspects of waiting for a soulmate is trusting in God's timing. In a world that encourages instant gratification, it is easy to become impatient, feeling as though love should come when we desire it. However, God does not work according to human schedules. He works according to divine timing. He knows that the right person at the wrong time can be just as damaging as the wrong person altogether. That is why he carefully orchestrates when two soulmates will meet, ensuring that both are truly ready to embrace a lifelong relationship. One of the first lessons God teaches through timing is the difference between readiness and longing. Just because someone deeply desires a relationship does not mean they are prepared for one. Many people feel lonely or pressured by societal expectations, leading them to seek love before they are fully developed. Emotionally, spiritually, or mentally, God, in his wisdom, does not give people what they want when they ask, but rather when he knows they are ready. His delays are not denials, they are preparations. Another important reason for divine timing is protection from heartbreak. Rushing into a relationship out of impatience often leads to unnecessary pain. People who force love before its time may end up in situations where they settle for less than they deserve. God allows delays to prevent individuals from entering relationships that could harm them rather than bless them. He closes doors not to punish but to protect, ensuring that when love arrives, it is built on the right foundation. God's timing also allows for personal and spiritual growth. Love requires maturity, and relationships thrive when both individuals have developed the qualities necessary to sustain a meaningful partnership. If a person has unresolved insecurities, unhealed wounds, or an unstable sense of self-worth, they may unknowingly bring these issues into a relationship, creating unnecessary struggles. By making people wait, God gives them time to heal, grow, and become the best version of themselves before uniting them with their soulmate. Another key factor in God's timing is aligning both individuals' life paths. Sometimes two people may be meant for each other, but if they meet too soon, they might not recognize their compatibility. They may be at different stages in their careers, faith journeys, or personal development, causing their connection to falter. God ensures that both individuals meet at a time when they are truly aligned, ready to support and uplift one another rather than holding each other back. Waiting for the right time also deepens faith and trust in God. It is easy to trust God when things happen quickly, but true faith is tested in waiting. When someone chooses to trust that God's timing is perfect, they develop patience, endurance, and a deeper reliance on Him. They learn that love is not something to chase, it is something that God brings at the appointed time. Ultimately, when love arrives in God's perfect timing, it is more fulfilling, more meaningful, and more enduring. It is not rushed or forced, but divinely orchestrated, ensuring that it lasts a lifetime.